I once worked with a group of persons who were so talented. At several points though, they had the skill, they were very enthusiastic to make money, earn some dollars, and really work for clients overseas. They started well, but after a while, things fell apart. Now, I took time to analyze what their problem really was, and I came to one single conclusion. In all these cases, now, I want to share with you an uncomfortable truth. Most persons who try freelancing or attempt to work remotely quit after 6 months. It is not because they are not smart. It is not because they lack some skills. It is because no one told them the truth. I almost quit freelancing when I got started because I thought what it took was ability to type fast, respond to email, write some blog posts. I never knew it required more than that. But I was fortunate to have the guidance of some persons, and these people held my hands and things became different from me. Even when I started at the initial stage of the journey, I struggled a lot because no one told me this truth. After 10 years of learning the hard way, losing some very juicy offer, and losing some great contracts along the way, I have learned the bitter lessons. I have acquired wisdom. I have improved my workflow, and I do freelancing as a profession, and I get consistent results because I have learned this. I am sharing this with you so that you too will learn why many persons fail, so you don't be part of the statistics. People who start quit in less than 6 months, and these are the people that we virtually give bad names to freelancing. You want to work remotely? You want to be a virtual assistant? I did a course some years ago. I applied on Upwork. I used Fiverr. That they are not telling us the truth. You can't get job. The place is too competitive. Why? Because no one told them the truth, and they failed. Then they go about spreading a lie. I don't want you to be part of that. So today, I want to tell you the truth. I'm going to share 4 things with you. The 5th is the main reason why many persons fail. Even those who have started, when they miss the 5th, they eventually fail. And they are the people that to tell you, I started on Upwork, I made some money. After a while, I don't know what happened to the platform, and now it's just difficult. I will tell you when I'm speaking about the 5th point. And you need to wait to the end to understand this, so you know also the things you need to do. 5 steps to avoid these big traps that get people of freelancing or remote job, that make people to eventually become complainers while others are earners. The first reason why people fail is the expectation lie. Now let's tell ourselves the truth. Many persons who try freelancing or remote work, who choose to look for work on Upwork, LinkedIn, Fiverr, is because they want to escape something. They want to escape low salary. They want to escape poor work environment and culture. They want to escape the traffic or some other location limitations. But you see, escape is not a strategy. So when people just come into freelancing because they want to escape, they want to get better salary, that desire, that expectation is not a strategy. The platforms will not respond to your emotions or your desire if you don't have a skill. So you see, your emotion may get you started. It is your skill, your mindset, your attitude, your discipline that will keep you in and give you excellence. So that is the reason many come with so much expectation, and they think that just because they have this desire and they have this information, come on, they can get in. And after months of trying and no immediate results, they get discouraged and they go back to their old job or their old business. The second reason why most people fail, these people may even get their first gig and get started, but they don't get the second, they don't get the third, they don't get the fourth. They quit and they revert back to what they are doing, or they start acquiring multiple skills without never really applying. It's called the identity mistake. Many persons approach freelancing or remote work as an online hustle. That is the big identity mistake, and it is the big flaw. So they run at every gig they see. They want to get as many gigs they can. They have a short-term perspective about the opportunities before them. They don't build relationship. But the truth is that remote work is corporate work done digitally. So if you have that also culture and you are not thorough. You don't have that long-term relationship building approach to remote work. You can get started, but you will not go far. If you cannot communicate clearly, if you cannot meet deadline, if you don't understand technical terms, and if you don't understand KPIs, you will not go far in remote work. You will not go far in freelancing. This is a mistake many persons make. So if you have this identity crisis, you will not go far. You need to get it fixed. There's one way to define remote work so that you understand it and approach it with the right identity is corporate performance done without physical supervision. If you go from this perspective that your performance, the skills you are bringing in, the attitude, the mentality is top corporate performance done without physical supervision, then you will not struggle. Just before I tell you the third reason why many persons fail, I want to share a story with you. I once worked with a group of persons who were so talented. At several points though, they had the skill, they were very enthusiastic to make money, earn some dollars, and really work for clients overseas. They started well, but after a while, things fell apart. Now, I took time to analyze what their problem really was, and I came to one single conclusion. In all these cases, these people lacked structure, and that is the third reason many people fail. Now, as a remote worker, you don't have physical supervision. You have control over your time. It means that you can choose to work during the day or later at night. Most persons don't know how to manage that level of freedom. So they are so relaxed, and later on they start coming with excuses instead of results. Because when you have freedom without structure, what result is chaos. And no individual or company that is intentional about quality output will want to take chaos or stories from you when they are expecting results. This means that as an individual, you need to, through discipline, create a structure for yourself. When you need to attend to clients' email, when you need to apply for a job, if that's your focus, every time on your calendar should be well defined. Block time to work and treat those time as sacred. Focus on that thing you have to do until you achieve the set goals, and that is when you move to something else. It is that level of professionalism, that level of structure that sets you apart, that will give you success eventually. But when you lack structure, you will not go far. The fourth reason is many persons who attempt remote work or freelancing, they lack grit. You see, some persons graduated from the university and through the help of a relative or a friend, they got a job with the local government, the state government, or any of the federal agencies, or they got a job with a company. It came easy. And when they are trying remote work, they came with that mentality of they will get a job that will not stress them. Their attitude from the very beginning is they need a job that will pay them more and not stress them. Because they have got it is easy, they never develop grit. That ability to stay put even when something is difficult, to persevere, to be persistent, to be consistent, to be there even when things are tough until you get results. The ability to never say never, to never take no for an answer, to keep debugging, to keep working, to keep editing, fine-tuning, to keep designing until you get that thing you have in your mind. Many persons don't have it. So when life pushed them hard, they lost a gig, they lost a job, or they are working with an individual or a company that is demanding so much more from them. They just quit, they give up so easily. They start blaming the employer. They start blaming the company. They want it easy. This much I've learned about life, and I will share with you. I have seen this in life, that life becomes hard when you go soft. But whenever you go hard, life becomes soft. So people that handle life with kids glow, that just want to relax and be taken care of, that are not dogged, are not persistent, that lack grit, they eventually miss out on big opportunities and they get the lower end of the stick. But those who are aggressive, intentional, aggressive not in terms of violence, like they put all their bodies, they put all their soul, all their mind. Even when there is difficulty, they stay put until they get results. These guys eventually get the best of opportunities and life becomes easy for them. Which category do you belong? This is the fifth, and this is the reason why most persons who attempt remote work or freelancing fail. Even when they have started, started, they still fail. And this really, I must tell you, is something so close to my heart because I have mentored many persons and I do training, like paid training for people. My organization train freelancers, either in virtual assistant, customer support, just name it. We train people even in AI mastery. And we have seen this pattern repeat itself over and over again. It is the reason why most persons fail. It is the reason why most persons pay about $100 for our training for 3 months and disappear and not complete the training. It is the reason why they fail in remote work. Why they get started, make some money and disappear. This reason is the thing you need to take care of. You need to handle this very quickly because if you don't, you are leaving so much money on the table. If you don't, your failure is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When people never really upgrade their identity, they fail. You started with a desire and expectation, but the work you are applying for, the training you paid for, is now demanding so much more from you. You said, this is too much, or this is not what I planned for. I thought it would be easy. How will someone pay for a training that will teach you how to earn remotely? That means you'll be working digitally with digital tools. You'll be working virtually, and this person wants you to train him or her with a whiteboard and a marker. It doesn't work that way. You cannot carry an analog process to operate a digital tool. You need to prepare yourself to be tech savvy, to be able to use digital tools comfortably. And that's what the training is about. You applied for a job that requires you to level up. And now this job is demanding you to level up. You say they want to kill you. This job is too stressful. I can't sleep well, and you run away. This is why people fail. If you don't fix this, you'll be part of the statistics. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. You want international income, but all you have to offer is local standard, inconsistent or poor communication, no tool mastery, no understanding of KPIs. You don't measure performance, but you want international income. Are you not a thief? Now you see why people fail. It doesn't work that way. It is incompatible. Logic demands that if you want an international income, you have to level up to international standard, as it is with the exportation of goods. So it is with the exportation of services. If I produce cassava flour in Nigeria and I want to export to US, I need to ask what the FDA require in the US. The agency in charge of giving approval for food, what they require. What is their importation requirement for this flour I want to export? I don't focus on Nigeria requirement anymore. I need to prepare it so well that it goes above and beyond international standard. That is the only way I can export my cassava flour from Nigeria to the United States of America. That also applies to services. If I want to export my virtual or executive assistant services from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Kenya, from Botswana to US to UK, I must know what is obtainable in the global scale and level up so that I can be able to offer value at that scale. Because I need the money. I'm trying to command that value in the international market. I need to level up. But many persons don't level up. Some persons tell you that they watch a YouTube video that taught them virtual executive assistant, and they are good videos. There is a video on this channel, part 1 and part 2, that we train you within 3 hours what you need to understand if you want to become a virtual or an executive assistant. I will attach the link in the description section, so just click, you'll see the link to this video. Now, let me tell you one thing I observed about the video. The first video, which is part 1, has over 50,000 people who have watched it. Now that is impressive, right? And of these 50,000 people, we've had over 500 comments with people saying so many beautiful things about the video. How the video has helped them, impacted their lives, transformed their lives, how the video is simple, how the video is the best thing that has happened since the discovery of sliced bread. But take a pause. This is what we observed. One thing that every busy professional or company is looking for executive assistants or virtual assistants is attention to details. The part 1 of the video stated that there is part 2 where you'll be taught on how to use artificial intelligence as a virtual assistant and how to get jobs as a virtual assistant and succeed. Do you know what? Out of the 50,000 plus people who have watched that video part 1 as I'm speaking right now, only about 6,000 people have watched part 2. Two things I can tell you. It is either they did not pay attention to details to know that there is a part 2, or they lack grit in going forward to watch the 1 hour that make up the part 2. So you see the problem. Now, even when you have watched this video and you really want to become a virtual assistant and operate at a global scale, are you ready to commit your resources? Are you ready for a specialized training and mentorship? We offer that also. We observe that of all these people who watch the video, who join our live webinar and enjoy all the free things we do to impact them to make money online, only about 86 persons registered for our first cohort. You can imagine the numbers. You see, many persons have desire. Many more persons have potentials. But you see, to turn potential to kinetic, to turn desire to dollar, you need to make intentional actions. You need to make an effort. You need to take actions. Actions that may cost you your time, some money, and commitment. You need to take them because that is what separates one group from another. You cannot want an international earning and you operate globally. You think locally. You need to upgrade. I want to share with you 5 things you can do very quickly to do things differently and not be like people who always fail or who will surely fail when they start remote work. The reason for the video today is I live in Nigeria and I've been to 4 or 5 countries in Africa. And one thing I've seen in many parts of Africa, either by being there physically or just by observing from the news or from the internet, is that there is poverty. The other parts of the world, South America, Asia, where there is poverty, but I believe that we are all gifted. Perhaps not equally, but whenever we rise up, take our destinies in our hands, put in an effort, through discipline and persistence, we always win. I have seen people win over and over again. I have taught people. I have trained people. I have mentored people. I want you to win. That is why I am sharing what I'm sharing with you through this video. These 5 things I want to share with you will help you if you keep to them. First, if you want to earn money virtually through remote work, pick a part. You cannot do everything. You may be able to do many things later, but you cannot be doing everything from the moment you start. Pick a part. If it is virtual assistance, if it is customer support, if it is AI assistant, pick a part. Step number 2, learn a skill. It could start with this YouTube video. It could start with any of the courses. Currently, we have 3 full courses on our YouTube channel, free, but they will not always remain free. Or we'll give you free for some time, and later you need to be a paid member of the YouTube channel, subscribe to be able to go through the courses, but it's still free. The time comes where it will no more be free, so I encourage you to watch it now. When you are picked a part, spend time. You have some freebies, you have some free resources, but you still need to spend your time. Spend your time to watch this video and practice so that you will learn a skill or certain skills sets. If you already have some skills, why not own them? The world is changing. There are new updates daily. Why don't you own your skills? Upgrade, learn a skill. You see, for you to be able to master the tools, you need to excel in any remote or freelance part you want to take. You need to use the tool consistently. This is how you build your skill. This is how you master the tools. The 3rd step is learn and use business language. For example, if it is customer support, you should know what churn is, retention is, response time is, workflow. These are some words that you should know what they mean and how you apply yourself to them, because when an interviewer is interviewing you, they may throw these words around and they will be able to gauge whether you understand what they are talking about by the response you give. So you should know them. If you're a virtual assistant, there are terms and tools you should understand also. You should master this language because you will be tested. Now, the 4th one is this. You need to build proof. People can look at you and like what you say, and a part of them really want to believe what you are saying, but they are not sold yet. They are just waiting for you to show them an evidence. They want to employ you, but they know employing you is a risk because they've employed people before who promised heaven and earth and delivered hell. So why should they trust you? They need to have a glimpse of the heaven you can create. And that is why you need to have your portfolio ready, right? You should be able to create dashboards. You should have some screen recording and screenshot. You should have your portfolio sample ready so that when the person is trying to justify the choice of employing you, they can fall back to something you showed them, not just what you said. And lastly, this is the killer of them all. You need to develop discipline. Build a structure. In one of our live sections, someone asked me, how does one become disciplined? I told the person, simply structure, daily structure that will create a new set of habits. You have 24 hours. If you wake up by 5 a.m., you do your grooming and everything, and you are done by 7. What do you do from 7 to 9? Or if you are a worker and you want to switch career, you get home by 6 p.m. You can spend the first 2 hours with your family, eat, dinner time and all. When everybody have gone to sleep by 8 o'clock or 8:30, what do you do with the next 2 hours? Between 8 o'clock or 8:30 to about 11, that may change your life forever. Block it in your calendar and follow structure. The work you want to do, it should be on your calendar. If you want to study, watch this YouTube video. And you see, when you start following this structure over time, you build discipline. It becomes a pattern. And before you know, you become consistent in what you are doing. This discipline you build will eventually set you apart as a remote worker. Friends, for the past 10 years, I've been working with clients in different parts of the world, with most of my clients being in the US, UK, and Canada. The first 3 to 5 years of my life as a remote worker were pretty chaotic, haphazard. I was making money, but things were not consistent. I lost a lot of jobs. I missed so many opportunities because, like I told you earlier, no one told me this. No one taught me this. I lacked that guidance, that mentorship. I was not intentional to learn. And because I wasn't, I learned anyway. I learned the hard way. Now I know better. The last 5 years of my life have been pretty stable with big clients and a consistent workflow. I operate right now not just as a hustler, but I operate as a top professional. I'm part of the 1% in my niche. This I have learned and I'm sharing with you. The summary of this video is that remote work is not magic. Remote work is mastery. If you understand this, you will go far. If you don't, you will struggle. And it is because I see many persons without structure, many persons not having the right skill or the capacity to operate at an international level, that I started creating specialized training and mentorship for people, which becomes a funnel for them to get into the marketplace and do great things, replicate the successes I have achieved. So if you are interested in being a virtual assistant, there is the free virtual assistant course. I gave that last year. You will not pay for that course at any time, part 1, part 2, because I told myself, having attained good success, I need to give back to society. That became my birthday gift last year to the world. And I'm grateful that tens of thousands of people have benefited from it already. You can start with that. When you have watched that video and you need something intense, something that can get you prepared and get you a virtual assistant role between 3 to 6 months, I have a specialized training, the Growth Bridge program. There's a link for you to register online easily from the comfort of your home. And for 12 weeks, I will take you through a process that will transform you forever. You only need to come with a desire. Get your laptop and your internet ready and be ready to fulfill each week's task, attend each week class. In 12 weeks, you are unstoppable. That is there for you. If it is customer support you are interested in, some weeks ago, we released a full course on customer support. It is free, but after about 3 months, you need to pay to watch it. So if that's your interest, go and watch it. And just about 2 weeks ago, we released a full course on social media management, also free, all in this channel. But if you need specialized training, AI Mastery, our AIM program, for 28 days, you become certified as AI Fluent. But to become an AI Master, 3 months, this training are available. I tell you, be willing and be ready to invest time and resources in upskilling because this is what will convert your desire to dollars. If you have any question, let me know. If you're having any difficulty so far, let me know in the comment section. If you have been watching our videos, you can tell that we respond to every comment. So I'm in the comment section waiting for you to ask your question or tell me the difficulty you are facing. There is always an answer for you. And this can just be your beginning into a world of professionalism in a global scale. I'll see you in the next one.